Hey guys, it's Oscar and on Space Couch. Today we're going to have a look at this, which I picked up from the car boot a few weeks ago. Piston Airliners since 1940 by Dennis Baldry, consultant Bill Gunston, who is one of the great names of aviation. And you see TWA Constellation or Super Constellation on the front. So, there you see the first one there, which is the Boeing 307 Stratoliner. Then a Japanese plane, a Mitsubishi plane, which I'd never heard of before. This a beautiful flying boat there, which is it? The Shorts G class, so that might be, yes, the Empire flying boat, that one, the Golden Hind. Then you see the Landward Dock here. And here we see another flying boat, which is the Boeing 314, one of the great ones that Pan Am used to use. And BOAC also. The C-46 Curtiss Commando, there's still a handful of these flying, I believe, like say South America and Canada. And that was the only plane at the time that was any kind of a rival to the DC-3 in terms of sales. Then you see the York Avro, which flew with Imperial Airways. And then you have a fighter here, I'm not quite sure because that's not an airliner. It is a transport, but it's done in military colours. The Mosquito DH-98. Then the Douglas DC-4. There's no DC-3 in this for some reason. I don't quite understand why. So you have Qantas Airways there. There's a nice cutaway there. Then you have the SO-30, which I've never heard of previously. And then you have this one here, which is the SO-90. It's quite ungainly. Then you have the Forster-Fraser VS-44A, another flying boat. And you have this. Who is that? That is Blom und Voss BV-144, which would be a German plane, I assume. The Boeing 377 Stratocruiser flew with Pan Am, BOAC, United, American Overseas Airlines, Northwest Orient, right through into the early days of the jet age. Double-decker, luxury travel. Then you have the Lancaster Avro here. Then this is another transport. What is it? The Handy Page Halton. Then the Liberator Express Consolidated, or the Consolidated Liberator Express rather. I assume that's probably based on a bomber looking at it. And you see at the bottom there, so what is that at the bottom? I'm not quite sure why that's there, it's not related at all. The Tudor Avro, not a successful plane unfortunately. And here's another nice little flying boat here. The Short Sandringham. Obviously they also did the Sunderland. And here's the Short Solent here. And what's this one here? The Vickers Armstrong Viking. And there's some more of it there. Cunard Eagle Airways. The Bristol 170. Channel Air Bridge, that is. The de Havilland Dove. There you see in Bal Air colours. What airline is this? Transnational Airlines, I don't know them. Then the Airspeed Consul. This again, it looks like it's converted from military. It's the Fiat G212, a very long nose. The Douglas DC-6. Another classic airliner just prior to the jet age. The Savoia Marchetti SM-95 here. Then the Lockheed Constellation, of course. A beautiful plane, so elegant. Like a flying dolphin. There you see another one of it there. That triple fin is just so remarkable. Then the Canadair 4. I assume flown by, it would have been Trans-Canada Airlines, I suppose, at the time. Then the Martin 202 here in the TWA colours, and then the Super Constellation there. I think there's like a 404 as well, and probably like a 505 or something. There you see the cutaway rather, of the Super Constellation. had a model Constellation, but it never came out of its box, unfortunately, when I was a kid. And there you see the Convair's at the 340, I think. And this will be another Convair. Is that the 240 and 340, sorry. They're the Convair 440. Aspen Airways. They flew a bunch of them. They all had slightly different colour schemes. Same livery, but different colours. What do we have here? The Saab Scandia and the Aleutian IL-12. That was basically their DC-3. And then they made DC-3s under license. I'm not sure if that was renamed the Aleutian IL-12. It's certainly very similar. Just the cockpit windows are a bit different. The Aleutian IL-14. Lot Polish Airlines there. Obviously operated throughout the Eastern Bloc as it was. The Breakaway Provence, also known as the Deux Ponts, or the Two Bridges. Like the baby A380, it was a double-decker. What's the other one? Is the Armagnac, another unsuccessful plane. And the Miles Marathon, some of these I've never heard of. That's interesting tailplane there, but it looks different here. And then what do we have here? Oh, the Hanley Page Hermes, obviously operated by BOAC. The Airspeed Ambassador, I think Danair operated some of those. And there's a Carver, I think it is Aviation Traders, that'd be British Airfares probably, which I think was like a DC-6 or a DC-7, and they converted obviously the front end so it could carry cargo. It would swing up like a 747 freighter. Then the Douglas DC-7. Very attractive plane. That's Northwest Airlines there. Then the de Havilland Heron. There was one of these, or probably more than one, in the British Royal Flight and the RAF. And various little airliners in the UK would have operated because they're a commuter. And then we have the Starliner. I'm not sure what the difference is between that and the Super Constellation, and then you see a shots flying boat, and that is the end. But yes, always looking for airliner books, and I've got like about 3 or 4 of them at the same time, so I was over the moon. It was like jackpot. So there you go, guys. Let's just look at Piston Airliners since 1940. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this content. Leave me a comment suggestion for what kind of topic you'd like to see discussed, or like the video.